Hello guys, welcome back. Sophiax. Have a wonderful day today. We're going to be reacting to Game of Thrones Season 1 Episode 3. This episode is called Lord Snow. I think this is referring to Jon Snow. Last episode I asked about his last name and why he's called Snow, and apparently in Winterfell they named their bastard Snow, which is interesting. It's like they're marked. Which sounds bad if you think about it, you know? Those people won't escape the fact that they're bastards their whole life, even if they want to, because, you know, their last name is Snow, so it's like being marked so everyone will know, you know what I mean? Which is bad, really bad. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive into this reaction. 3, 2, 1, go.
If you'd like to change into something more appropriate.
Excuse me? Yeah, figured that much. Wow. Is this the throne? Well, it's something. Let me tell you that.
Very handsome armor. Not a scratch on it.
I know. People have been swinging at me for years, but they always seem to miss.
Chosen your opponents wisely, then.
I have a knack for it.
I feel like these two are gonna face off. The tension, God.
When I watched the Mad King die, I remembered him laughing as your father burned.
God.
It felt like justice.
No
So what you
wonder
tell
they call
yourself
him
at
the
night?
Mad King.
You're a servant of justice. That you were avenging my father when you shoved your sword in Aerys Targaryen's back.
Tell me, if I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of the back, would you admire me more?
You served him well. When serving was safe.
Wait, what? I mean, you should have thanked him, like, I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
We are all praying for Prince Joffrey's full recovery.
Shame you didn't say a prayer for the butcher's son.
This is savage.
No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned me.
She has, Lord Baelish.
Where was
I understand
she?
you knew my brother Brandon as well.
All too well. I still carry a token of his esteem, from navel to collarbone.
Perhaps you chose the wrong man to duel with.
Well, it wasn't the man that I chose, my lord. It was Catelyn Tully.
Awkward.
We already owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold. What's another 80,000?
Are you telling me the crown is 3 million in debt?
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
How could he let this happen?
Ned, this should be a coup.
This tournament is an extravagance we cannot afford.
As you will, but still, we'd best make our plan.
There will be no plans until I speak to Robert.
Pretty much roasted all of them. But like 5 men talking about boring, old state finance didn't know that it can be this entertaining. Just saying.
Someday, you'll sit on the throne and the truth will be what you make it.
Bad
You'll have to love.
parenting.
She's very beautiful and young. And if you'd rather fuck painted whores, you'll fuck painted whores.
Bad parenting,
And if
double
you'd rather
check.
lie with noble virgins, so be it. You are my darling boy, and the world will be exactly as you want it to be.
Why should every lord command his own men? It's primitive. No better than the hill tribes, we should have a standing army of men loyal to the crown.
I hate to say it, I really hate to say it, but he has a point here. So every lord has his personal army? I mean, this is like an open gate for rebellion and civil war.
The North cannot be held. Not by an outsider, it's too big and too wild. And when the winter
She
comes,
has
the
a
seven
point
gods
too.
together couldn't save you and your royal army.
Go to your room, we'll speak later.
I mean, her friend just died, give her a break.
Don't you like it?
I haven't
He's
played
trying.
with dolls since I was 8.
War was easier than daughters. And who were you hoping to skewer with Needle, your sister? You know the first thing about sword fighting?
Sticking with the pointy end.
That's the essence of it.
I'm starting to like Ned. He's actually a good father and a good man.
Sansa will be married to Joffrey someday.
I
She
understand
cannot
that.
betray him. She must take his side, even when he's wrong.
But how can you let her marry someone like that?
The only one who actually has common sense, though. Yeah, How can you let her marry someone like that?
Oh, my sweet summer child, what do you know about fear?
Sweet summer child.
Fear is for the winter. Kings froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts. And women smothered their babies rather than see them starve.
Nanny, chill.
And wept.
What you telling him now?
Only what the little Lord wants to hear.
Tell me she was exaggerating. No.
I'd rather be dead.
Oh, no, don't say
Don't
that.
ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
For a boy that is so much active as he is, it must be devastating. Is he just scared to say what happened to him? Or does he really doesn't remember?
How dare you bring me here? Have you lost your mind?
No one will come looking for you here. Isn't that what you wanted? I'm truly sorry about the locale.
How did you know I was coming?
Exactly.
Knowledge is my trade, my lady. Valerian steel.
Do you know whose dagger this is?
I must admit I do not.
Well, this is an historic day. Something you don't know that I do.
Should I trust these guys? Are they bad or good?
It's mine.
Yours?
At least it was. I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister. The imp.
No way. Are they trying to frame him? Oh, he probably got a lot of hatred in his heart, being called a bastard his whole life. I mean, can you blame the guy?
I thought that she'd be safest in here. One of several such establishments I own. You're a funny man.
Like husband, like wife.
A very funny man.
Ned!
How could you be so stupid?
Calm down.
He's a child. 10 years old. What were you thinking?
I was thinking of us. You're a bit late
Here
to
we
start
go.
worrying about it now.
The boy won't talk. And if he does, I'll kill him. Him?
Jesus
And
Christ.
start the king, the whole bloody lot of them, until you and I are the only people left in this world.
That is so messed up. She acts victimized, but yet she likes it.
You watch yourself on the road, huh? That temper of yours is a dangerous thing.
My temper. Gods be good. You nearly killed poor little finger yesterday.
Oh,
He still loves you.
sweet. Oh, he knows.
Does he?
Oh, that is so freaking sweet. King's Landing is aesthetically different, much more warmer. Don't tell me this is the last time we're gonna see each other.
They never tell you how they all shit themselves. They don't put that part in the songs.
For a reason.
He could have lingered on the edge of the battle with the smart boys, and today his wife would be making him miserable.
God, the dialogue.
His sons would be ingrates.
I love how they give us sneak peeks of what happened in the past, like the way, like they covered history in such a clever way. I really love it.
Surrounded by Lannisters. Every time
Oh,
I
they're pretty
close
much like
my
everywhere.
eyes, I see their blonde hair and their smug, satisfied faces.
He's standing there with a smug, satisfied face.
What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back? I never asked.
He said the same thing he'd been saying for hours. Burn them all.
She's giving me Shakira whatever vibes with this outfit. She's getting tan with the silver hair. Oh my god, beautiful.
You dare! You give commands to me! To me!
Oh Jesus, chill.
You do not command the dragon.
Dragon are you talking about? You? This is what happens when you give your sister away to be queen. Just saying.
Please, please don't hurt him.
Come on! No! I want to see him get hurt. Ah, she's too much of a softie.
You walk.
Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Ah, Jesus, that was so satisfying. Viserys is way more annoying than the Brat Prince, but like, imagine if these two meet up. I mean, we'll have like a tempered match. Like, just imagine that.
And how do a bear's balls taste?
Bit chewy.
Don't want to know.
What about you, my lord? What's the strangest thing you've eaten?
Do Dornish girls count? I have great admiration for the Night's Watch. I have great admiration for you as First Ranger.
You know, my brother once told me that nothing someone says before the word but really counts.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that giants and ghouls and white walkers are lurking beyond the wall.
There's some blue walkers out there.
It's not the wild that's giving me sleepless nights.
It's the
You've
blue
never
walkers.
been north of the wall, so don't tell me what's out there. Enjoy the capital, brother.
Oh, I always do.
Who wouldn't? So much warmer.
I think he's starting to like me.
Don't know about that. I'm in love with the dialogue. Like, just simple dialogue between two. Just.
We'll be staying at the finest castles and inns. No one turns away a Lannister.
No one but her? Is this what they're trying to say?
What are you doing?
When was last time you bleed, Khaleesi?
Oh, what?
You change, Khaleesi.
She pregnant?
Well, they say the winter of my birth was 3 years long, Maester Aemon.
This summer has lasted 9.
Oh.
Winter is coming. This one will be long, and dark things will come
So,
with it.
real winter doesn't come very often, but when it does, it's brutal and lasts long.
The ones who flee
Last longer.
say they've seen the White Walkers. Your sister sits by the side of the king. Tell her we need help.
When winter does come, gods help us all if we're not ready.
They keep showing the dragons with dragon eggs with Daenerys. Like, are they linked? I don't know. And her brother called himself a dragon. Oh. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay.
Merak.
Okay. Seems that she got the nicest of the Dothrakis.
You are not holding a battle axe, you are holding...
A needle.
Ah. Just so. Now we will begin the dance.
Oh, are we dancing?
The water dance. It is swift.
The soundtrack.
And sudden.
Oh, I'm loving this scene. Why am I loving this scene so much?
Very dead. Come.
PTSD? Was he back in the war there? It was an amazing episode. I really loved it. Ned is such a good father. Like, I understand that our Lord would do that for his son, but like for his daughter, it's another question entirely. So when we saw that she wanted to learn how to fight with the sword, he went and like the best swordman out there to teach her. And it's so interesting given the fact that back then, a lot of parents won't do that. So Khaleesi is pregnant. It feels like so much time passed between episodes. So it's crazy. So everything good in paradise, it's crazy to see this transition. with, you know, the Daenerys situation, like her brother saw her off and her wedding night was, I mean, the dude basically raped her. So to see this huge, you know, jump in her situation is crazy. And they seem pretty much in love there. What? Like, I was, what the hell? Look at them. What happened? I mean, given what happened last episode, I can see why, but still, like, we didn't see the development from that night to here, so it was like a shocker to see anyway. Poor Bran can't walk. I'm not sure if he really doesn't remember or if he just knows that it's dangerous to actually remember. I'm not sure. Maybe he doesn't. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay, we have this thing about winter. Apparently winter, it's not necessarily the weather. I'm not sure, but like it lasts longer in this universe, and when it does, it's so brutal. Children live and die in this winter. Summer lasted 9 years, and before that was winter that lasted 3 or 4 years. That is really, really interesting. The Queen's brother, Kingslayer, Jmary Lannister, there's something interesting about his story with the last king. I mean, this face-off with him and Ned when he was talking about how the Mad King burned his brother and father alive, and then Ned was like, this is what you tell yourself at night or something like that, that you avenged my father and brother by stabbing the king in his back. I mean, in other circumstances, I feel like Ned should be thankful to him. I mean, this is a man who burned his brother and father alive. Yeah, he was a king, but still, I'm not sure why he did kill the king exactly. Is it really his solely reason why he did that was, you know, because he didn't like what he was seeing? I mean, like, he didn't like seeing the king burning people? Or there's something more and he just uses the fact that he was mad and he was burning people to, you know, so he would get some understanding and empathy from others. It's not like he seems to be the do right thing kind of guy. So I'm assuming there's more and he's not telling the whole story. He killed the king for some personal reasons and he's just using the fact that he was mad and, you know, he was killing people left and right, you know, gain sympathy from others. I'm not sure because he basically killed the king who's you know, swore to protect. So, I mean, and for him to be serving another king at that, maybe Robert is the one who made him kill the last king, or maybe he just saw that Robert is close to take over and he thought that maybe this is a good idea to gain favors with him, and maybe this is why he's still serving him. But it's interesting, really interesting. The dialogue, man, I really love the dialogue. I love how they give us sneak peeks of what happened in the past. Like, they cover history in such a clever way, which is amazing. Obviously the stories are starting to move and stuff, and like every episode is getting better and better. Yeah, it's still overwhelming, but not as much as the last episodes where I had this like with first shock with the amount of information we were getting. So we met more people this episode. There's this one who is helping Lady Stark, and apparently he has a thing for her. Don't know about him. There's this other one that apparently knows everything about everything. Can't remember his name. So I'm not sure about them. Are they good guys or bad guys? They're the other members of the council, that this old guy can tell, you know, what he does. I don't know about their positions, so we don't know. I only know about the king's brother. It was interesting to see like a bunch of old men discuss, you know, or talk about boring old state finance. I mean, for me, it was a shocker that I found it entertaining. Like, seriously. In any other show, nope. I would be like, spare me the whole thing. I'm not interested. I feel like Ned should, you know, give this whole thing up, because, I mean, even the king doesn't want to run anything. Can you blame Ned if he's like, nope, I had to get out of here, like, seriously. Anyway, it was such an interesting episode. I feel like I covered everything that I want to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. See you in the next video.